Okay, so today we have a Gateway GWTN156. This particular one is a GWTN156-1GR. The GR stands for green. You might have a model that is -1BL. Usually the last two letters indicate the color. So BL would be blue, GR would be green. Can't think of any of the other colors, but if you have a Gateway laptop that is the GWTN156-1, most likely this applies to you. This is a touchscreen model, and I don't know why they designed it like this. It's just such a poor design. It's pretty much unserviceable. I'm going to show you how I took it apart. I already had taken this apart because honestly, this is the first one that we've encountered, and I was a little unsure. But basically, this hinge cover just comes off. You just take a pry tool. You just take a pry tool where it meets the back cover and just slowly pull up, and this will come off. It did take me about 15 minutes to get it off safely without breaking it, so just be careful. But basically, you just want to use like an iSesimo or just a flat tool. You really want to use a metal one because they're more sturdy. I don't think a plastic is going to be strong enough. Something like this is not going to be strong enough to get the hinge cover off. But anyway, once that comes off, then this screen is actually glued on, or it's put on with like a very high bond adhesive. So you're not going to be able to really pry this screen up. You really have to apply heat with like a heating pad, something like this CPB. I had actually put two of them side by side because, you know, it's a longer screen than what this pad can accommodate. But I heated up the back probably about 75 degrees Celsius for about 20 minutes. And then I heated the front up for about 10 minutes at 75 degrees Celsius. And then once I did that, I was able to use your typical double suction cup that you would use for a cell phone. And, you know, I just put it on the top, and I was able to just pry it up like that. You know, I went down, I started here at the corner, I went in the middle, I went over here, and just pulled apart as you would with a double suction cup. And this came up. Like I said, it did take about 30 minutes of heat, maybe 25 minutes of heat, but this did come up without breaking. As you can see, the cable underneath is stuck with a piece of tape. So we'll just take that off in 1 second here. Get my gloves off, because it's kind of hard to take that tape off with gloves on. But just be real careful. It was pretty durable. When I was using the suction cup, I had to suction it pretty hard, and it did withstand it. But you're still going to want to be real careful. And this is just your normal screen connector. But as you can see, they used, this actually looks like a glue because it looks drizzled on as opposed to a tape. I don't think this was adhesive. I think this was a glue, maybe like a similar to like a B6000 glue. I don't have any near me, but most likely they probably use something like that, probably stronger, because like I said, it does look drizzled on. It doesn't look like it was applied with a piece of double adhesive. But anyway, that's how you get the screen off of a Gateway GWTN156-1, whatever color you have. And then you have the back cover, which has this this bezel is built into the back cover. I don't know if you can see that, but the black plastic bezel is built in, so you're not going to be prying that off. When you take this screen apart, the screen is going to come off and the digitizer all in one piece with no bezel, no frame. So if you've already started to take one of these apart and you're trying to pull at the bezel, that's not going to come up. Or maybe it will, but that's going to be put in with even stronger adhesive, in my opinion. I wouldn't even attempt that. I would just take the screen off like this. Now, most places online do not sell the replacement digitizer, only the screen itself. So that's another job. Will be to heat this up, take the screen off of this bezel, and I'm sorry, the digitizer, and then put a new screen back down. This particular job had a cracked screen underneath. The digitizer is okay, but the screen underneath is broken. In fact, I'm not even sure this is a touch screen. This I'm gonna have to look this up. This might just be a regular screen. I don't see digitizer circuitry. Normally with a digitizer, you would see an extra cable, unless the screen itself is touch. This model might not be touch. I actually don't know. When I look up the screen model number, the part number of the screen, it does come up as a non-touch. Like I said, this is the first time we're seeing this model, so I'm not entirely sure if it's touch or not. But I'm calling this the digitizer anyway, or the glass. At any rate, in order to replace this LCD panel, this will have to be heated up and this broken panel removed, and then the new panel applied. The back cover does come with screw holes, so I don't know if a replacement panel would maybe have the tabs to screw down the screen, because otherwise this the replacement screen will have to be glued to the glass / digitizer, whatever it is. Like I said, I don't think that's a digitizer actually. I think it's probably just glass, unless yeah, I'm not sure. But anyway, that's how you take this screen apart for the GWTN156-1. Again, you're just going to heat it up for about 25 minutes, front and back, at 75 degrees Celsius. And then you're going to use the double suction cup to just gently pry up at the top, starting with either of the corners and then in the middle. And like I said, it was pretty strong. It didn't crack, and I pulled this pretty hard, and it withstood that. But still, be careful. You could always use a little bit of alcohol once you start to get it up, but I didn't have to do that. But anyway, yeah, it's a terrible design in my opinion. I don't know why they did this. I don't know why they just didn't put a plastic, but especially if this isn't a touchscreen. If this is not a touchscreen, I have no idea why they would have put glass on the front and made it impossible pretty much to replace the screen. But it's a very high bond adhesive, as strong as maybe a Microsoft Surface adhesive. And like I said, I think it's glue. I think they just drizzled it on, as you can see. So anyway, thanks.